I'm Josh Green. I'm coming on the scene. Don't mess with me. 3.1 is the ratio of my P's.
Hey, and I can teach you how to pun it.
Hey.
And let me teach you how to pun it.
What's going on, Special Cloth Talk family? We are back. Hope everybody's week was great. I know mine wasn't.
I know mine wasn't as crazy. Frank is a liar. If you follow him on Instagram, bro has been living life in the absolute maximum ways.
Bro, I'm going broke going to all these weddings, bro.
Bro, but you was getting lit at them joints. Shout out
Bro, I had to, bro. Shit.
Shout out Jeannie getting married.
Yeah, shout out my coworker, Isabella. She got married. The Bonzels tied the knot. And then shout out my cousin Jelly. She got married. Shout out her and Joanne. They both go to church with us, so doubly blessed to them. You mean?
Definitely. Shout out Black Love. I love love.
I love love. You mean? They a power couple for sure. So both of those couples are power couples. They're lit.
Only problem would be with them joints. Like, you ever go to them joints with your girl and then she start looking at you like,
yeah,
is that going to be us? To be like, if you don't sit down and enjoy your salad.
Move.
Enjoy your salad.
Enjoy your salad. I'm fucking dead.
Nah, but we back with another episode about Palestine. This is a two-parter. I just wanted to play a little something provided by Frank. Malcom X speaking about Palestine.
Shout out our sponsor, Malcolm.
It's not just a cry for justice. It's a blistering battle for the most fundamental human rights that every living soul on this planet should inherit by birthright. It's an unyielding resistance against the oppressive, suffocating grip of occupation and the callous denial of the most basic human dignity. Just as the civil rights movement in the United States fought against the chains of racial discrimination, so too do the Palestinian people strive to shatter the chains of occupation and tyranny. Never forget, my friends, that the Palestinians, much like African Americans in the United States, have been subjected to a heart-wrenching history of suffering and torment. The birth of Israel in 1948 brought forth the mass expulsion and dispossession of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians from their ancestral homes and land. This is a historic injustice that continues to haunt the lives of Palestinians to this very day. The situation in Palestine serves as a brutal reminder of the consequences of colonialism and the ruthless dispossession of indigenous people. It is an agonizing reminder that the fight for justice knows no borders, and we must stand united in solidarity with all oppressed peoples, whether they reside in the United States, South Africa, or anywhere around the world. Let's be unequivocally clear.
Yeah, look, line it up on the grid like NFL, I'm doing swell, little bit of stress lingering, you can't tell though, for real though, the best kept secret, I still ain't well known, the smell known, you niggas convenient and whack like Velcro.
Niggas telling fairy tales, man, I don't believe, the game all mine, they need to leave, niggas not in my league, when I love hard, wear my heart on my sleeve, some niggas harder than some others, but all niggas bleed.
All niggas lying, all niggas still ain't never took no money out the purse, but definitely took the car and the keys, the automobile, hop off and I speed. But shorty at the game, she
shout out Malcolm X.
She calling to me.
It would be so. Listen, I think it's just us, bro. I think it's us. I think it's Negros. You mean? I don't think it's white folks. I think it's time for us to be the new black nationalist leaders. You know what I mean?
They ain't gonna assassinate me, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
R.I.P. Frank.
They ain't getting there.
Yeah.
Shout out for our gonna fight the good fight for us all.
CIA gonna be like, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I'm leaving with something.
Oh shoot, man! But wise words being spoken by Malcolm, man. He actually did write.
Shout out to Uno and them for the track. That's the shift. That was off the shift side A. You know what I'm saying? Blood Diamonds. Shout out Western Union.
We gotta start a dialogue about Josh being industry now. I think it's time.
Yo, that is a sick callback. Yo, if you tapped in, that is a sick reference, bro. I am the bro. I am the least industry person on this pod by far.
That's
and
cap.
it's only 2 people on here. By far, I'm
What?
the least industry
By
person.
far is crazy, bro.
Bro, by far.
This man got an Omnitrix for a camera in here with a whole suitcase.
I'm chilling, gang.
You do music videos. What are we talking about?
Bro, that don't make me industry, bro.
You have a Sony contract. I don't want to hear it.
You was a manager for an artist at one point, bro.
What's their name?
You was at the music. You was at the live performance, bro. I
I wasn't a
that,
manager.
bro.
I was just a
You
security
was the
guard.
manager, bro. But you was being introduced as the manager, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? You not. The artist is introducing you like, this is my manager, Frank. How was that not industry?
First of all,
that is the most industry thing to do.
First of all, that was a one-time thing.
I've never been somebody's manager. Never.
Bro, you're
Never.
River Productions. You
Bro.
literally have a production company. What are we talking about?
Regardless, guys, Frank is without a doubt the most industry person here. And don't let him start any narratives, because that's sick. That's it.
Hey, all I know is I personally don't produce this podcast, but one of us does.
Yo, Fry be doing everything. Yo, do not let this man fool you.
Yo, this sounds like a lot of deflection going on, but you know,
Whatever, yeah.
y'all can tell me, man.
That was sick.
So NBA Finals start Tuesday.
to say.
RIP to T-Wolves. My takes are no longer aging like fine wine. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
I'll say I have been wrong, but shout out the Mavs. Let's cook Boston. Let's go. Let's go Kyrie. Turn up for the city. Let's go Luka Magic. Let's go PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The more money you make, I know you splitting half of it with your baby mom, but your half is gonna be crazy, bro. You're gonna be up. PJ gonna be up. They got the name Christian Lively, the rookie.
Derek Lively.
Derek Lively. He been cooking.
Yeah, he's a bucket. He just came back, I think, too.
Yeah. So then they got him back.
And they got Max Kleber back.
It's a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying, of
Maxi
a little break
Kleber.
from the conference finals. Kleber, I think it's Kleber.
It's one of them. He got one of them funny names.
Funny name.
Cleaver. It's hilarious.
So
it's gonna be a good finals. Boston is 6.
Hell no. Mavs. We're going with the Mavs. Fuck Boston. This clips for them. They're a team of superstars.
Yo, the racism that's about to come out of that stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
In the Garden is about to be crazy.
Or not, the team of racist. The racist fans with their superstar team of underachievers. I'm not going for it.
Yo.
Shout out Kyrie.
They're like 26,
Shout out Jersey.
bro. Calm down.
I don't care, bro. Jaylen Brown told Taylor Rooks 5 championships by the age of 26 or whatever age he said. Bro was right at the door with 0, bro.
I'm not even mad at folk because on my granny daughter, I'm saying whatever.
On my granny daughter is crazy.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro, my granny daughter, I'm telling Taylor Rooks whatever. Like, I'm going to be very, very, very irrational and erectional, but very irrational talking to Taylor Rooks. So I support his decision to say what he said.
What it say? All right, I get it. I get it.
You said, I can't co-sign that, big brother, but
look, I get it, but
I respect you for what you do.
I respect you for what you do, Jalen. But nah, yeah. I mean, but I already got that Eastern Conference beef. There's real beef in the East right now.
Bro,
so.
if Scottie Beam was like, how many rings you gonna get?
Bro, Scottie Beam, how many rings I get, bro? I would say I'm getting 5 in the next 2 seasons, bro. What type of now? See, yo, Fry just exposed shit. Nah. I would tell Scotty I don't play in the league. I don't know why we're having this conversation. I'll walk
That's
away.
what you tell her, bro?
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell her.
I tell Scottie Beam I'm winning the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go win a World Series.
Go win that,
whatever hockey
NHL
thing is called.
I'm gonna go get a Stanley Cup.
Yo.
I'm gonna be an Olympic gold medalist. All that, bro.
I'm gonna win a Pulitzer Prize. I'm getting everything.
Look, we got them picks locked in. I'm thinking we might talk with some more basketball heads about this when the finals are in full swing. I definitely think that it's going to be a good series regardless of who wins.
Oh, for sure.
I
can't wait to give Donnie a call.
It's at least going to 6.
He be having me dead with his IG stories about sports takes. Man.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta get that man a voice, man, in front of a mic, man.
But I said we gotta wait till them summer Ben Simmons highlights drop. Then we gotta have him on the pod. That boy do not like Ben.
Shit, not like is an understatement.
That's a fact.
That motherfucker hate Ben.
I seen a selfie and they not a selfie. It was like a picture of Ben in the gym working out. They said, "Well, summer's finally here." I was like, you already know summer's here when you get the videos.
When you see Ben's shadow in the gym,
Ben Simmons shooting threes, it be like, yo, he's not finna do that in the season
at all.
It does not matter.
Crazy work. Trump got found guilty on all 34 counts.
34. They threw the book at him.
Throw the book at.
What Deion Waiters say? I'd rather go 0 for 30 because 0 for 9 mean I wasn't trying.
Sheesh.
Trump was out there trying. Bro went 0 for 34. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, the way I feel about this is like personally, I feel like they should have went for the other charges first, but they prioritized the hush money trial first for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a loose kind of thing. He's definitely going to appeal.
Of course.
The immediate appellate court's all black women, so GG on that one.
I don't know.
You never know though. They could be the daughters of Clarence Thomas for all we know. Straight Uncle Ruckus trumpet or tuba going on. But nah,
never know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like whatever because he's still going to be able to run. He's still the RNC's
which is crazy.
Nominee. He's still
how a felon can't vote, but a felon could be president.
Yeah, I mean it just varies by state. So technically in Florida they can.
They can vote in Florida.
Yeah, and in New York it's as long as they're not in jail. So both of those things aren't going to happen. Sentencing isn't until July 11th, I think.
I mean, it doesn't. He's not going to jail.
Yeah, he's not going to jail regardless. I mean, let's set our expectations clear here. He's not going to go to jail.
But the Desi Banks one is funny.
This is his first time felon.
You going to jail?
Oh, you going to jail?
You going to jail? The Desi Banks one is funny regardless. But no,
or the Mike Epps Jones. You can't fuck with the police.
But he is not going to jail, guys. I mean, I hate to be the one to break the news to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a what is this? A white collar crime.
Yeah. And he was the president.
This shit happens like every day for real.
Nah, for real.
He's not going to go to jail. So, and regardless, all this does is really polarize his base even more anyway. Like he said, they wouldn't give a fuck if he shot somebody.
It really wouldn't
in the middle of the street. Like they're still rocking with Duke regardless.
If somebody's a fan of Trump, it's not gonna be swayed by anything that's happened. Really, you're just trying to sway the undecideds and the people who are in the middle about everything.
Yeah, for sure. And this either way, this election's gonna be a tight one, y'all. So I mean, be prepared. Take care of your chickens. Take care of your mental health and all that stuff. So. Me personally, I don't got a team jersey on for either of these political parties, to be honest. So
I don't know why one have why one would. Oh my goodness, I hate when I can't speak English, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I started in front of a client. I'm gonna shout her. I was like, nah, you can't live to tell the story about me fumbling this bad. Like
that's
we were just talking about projectors. It ain't matter. I was going crazy.
You said I almost shot her,
bro. I had to, bro. I can't let people live and know how bad I was going. How bad I was going out in that moment.
Straight crash out on her.
Had to.
Oh fuck. Sorry.
But nah, I don't see why anyone would have won for this election cycle. I don't feel like. I mean, I feel like right.
I just love being independent.
I feel like the Republicans all of them aren't happy with who they have.
Yeah.
But it's their most popular candidate.
Yeah.
Like maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he's just too out of pocket, and like I feel like a large majority of people don't want him to be the nominee. But his, like you said, his fan base is just so rabid and like behind him, and it didn't matter. Like he wasn't even at I watched some of the beginning debates. He wasn't even there, yet he was the main topic of conversation. Yet his fans were rallying throughout the room. When Chris Christie said something about him, like they booed him. It's like he's not even there. Like mind you, his supporters shouldn't like. It doesn't matter. Like he has the people behind him. So
this is what you get.
He is the candidate.
This is what you get when you mix like an in air quotes, mind you, anti-establishment candidate, plus celebrity worship, plus that fringe, divisive, kind of pervasive kind of dialogue and its impact on uneducated Midwestern whites.
Just uneducated people. Because we
absolutely.
both know some uneducated people that are that are Trumpers. But I said you just like them.
Honestly, that's a whole nother episode.
You see some of the reasoning behind it, and it's just like, bro, that doesn't make any sense.
Bro, it be niggas that can't name 3 branches of government.
Always. That's always it, bro. I will lie to you now. If you're listening to this and you want to vote for Trump, he's not going to give you another 1,200. That happened because of the pandemic. He only wanted to give you 700. Like,
he didn't want to give you them anything. It came from Congress, first of all. Like, let's be very clear on that. And he held it up to put his name on the stuff, but like, that wasn't his decision. That wasn't developed from him, by him, for us. None of that. So.
Exactly. So I just want you to know that in case I've heard some people and that is their reasoning. Just in case that was your reasoning.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Nah, for real. I mean, it's people vote for a lot of stupid reasons, honestly. And I don't know. Maybe Thomas Jefferson was right. Maybe we didn't need to trust the people to make decisions.
Let's talk about it.
I'm crying, but nah. Real rap. It's just like, man, just. Y'all lock in, man, and just do y'all research and stuff. But we could definitely do a whole episode about how like the black community is more conservative than they
like to admit.
Yeah, because although they still vote diametrically opposed to that party line, just ways of thinking and just like rhetoric that gets spewed, it's very on that side of the fence. So it's kind of funny. But it's it's crazy, man. Just keep doing y'all research and stuff. Whatever polls y'all see, don't take them serious for like another 2 to 3 weeks because they're gonna come out. Like Trump's website crashed. He got like $40 million in donations.
Crazy work.
Just off of this, they're definitely going to go on an all-time press run about this whole witch hunt thing and political persecution.
And just because it has bold lettering up top with a white background and a photo of the person right under does not mean that it's true.
Yes.
Anybody can create one of those guys.
Yes.
There has to be links to actual things that prove what they're saying, and then that has to be an actual factual thing. So just don't believe the headline that says
use Google Scholar.
Breaking news,
not Wikipedia.
Honestly, bro.
Google Scholar.
Breaking news. Trump
go on Google, then Google Scholar, then look.
Not true. All right, let's lock in, guys.
It might be true for some, or by some, to be honest. But I mean, fuck that nigga.
I mean, what are we?
We keep it at me. But So back to pivot back to Palestine. Yeah, we had those pretty much that like those wise words given by Malcom X, basically about the situation. And Palestine has been tied more to black struggle in America than people know. They were also championed by the Black Panther Party as well. And as you heard, was supported by Malcom X and just other black people like that stand in solidarity with Palestine. They were supportive during the riots in the wake of the George Floyd basically like assassination, basically, for lack of better words, right? Where they stood in solidarity with that. They were able to see that some of the same tactics that were being used in the streets were also being used against Palestinians, and gave them tips about how to navigate through the tear gas and to just deal with that kind of policing. So that's definitely something important to tie. So last podcast we left off on the 1948-ish, basically, when British was about to leave. So the British were fed up with fighting in Palestine. They fought the Palestinians for 3 years in the 1930s. Then they fought the Zionists for a couple years after World War II. So they just left Palestine and decided to leave India, because it became less important for their imperialist strategy. So they basically removed themselves from India and Palestine. So what made Zionism what it is today, right? So as we discussed on the last episode, Zionism was like one of the fathers of like political Zionism as we know it today was Theodore Herzl back in 18, I forgot the date. So he it was
Theodore boys, they be making political impact. I say that much.
Theodore Roosevelt, Herzl, I mean things be cooking. But it's like, damn, and I just thought like one of the a nigga named Theodore. Isn't that one of the Chipmunks too? And Alvin and the Chipmunks.
It is. It's the smart one.
Come on, man.
It's the smart one. Come on, man.
Come on, man. You see, look, Josh be doing that advanced level calculus in his head, man. It just be going.
Look, man, trying to.
It's not a movie, dog. But yeah. So Theodore Herzl was basically, more of like the father of political Zionism. So at the time, like that was mainly formed because Jews could not live, I mean, basically anywhere. I mean, they were like, they couldn't live among Christian Europeans. They had an inveterate anti-Semites. And that was their experience for many centuries, basically a millennia, to be honest. See the Crusades, for an example. The Crusaders butchered the Jewish community up and down the path to the Holy Land. You can see their expulsion from England, their expulsion from France, their expulsion from Spain and Portugal in the 12th, 13th, and 15th century. Damn! Treating Jews as if they were Christ killers, which are elements of Christian theology up until the 20th century, which is what made Zionism what it was. Not just longing for the Holy Land, but it's about creating a Jewish state where they had sovereignty, safety, and the freedom to be Jewish and peace. But just to be clear, like Zionism was pretty much always about creating a Jewish majority in an Arab majority state. So that requires reducing the number of the Arabs there and increasing their own numbers.
Yeah.
So
and it's clearly been effective.
Right. And there in no way was that ever going to be just a smooth thing to do. And it's like, for some reason, it's like people just try to whitewash history with this and like act like it really just wasn't colonialism with a mask on. Like, hey, we're here.
No,
it's going to keep on annexing more of your land. So it's just like,
you'll see different like Israeli talking points, online of like people saying like, oh, but they tried to like give them this portion of the state and implement this for them. And it's like, bro, how can you can't walk inside somebody's house and be like, okay, I'll give you this room. Listen, I live here. all of this is me. What you mean you give me the closet? All of this is me.
It's like you just like take off that section of the couch and you're just like, here, Frank, this is your new bedroom.
Exactly. Like, come on, like
I'll have what I'm having.
It was not fair politically with what they were trying to do. And like you see, that was a part of the plan.
It's like anytime you drop a mixtape with Britain, it's like it's already a recipe for colonialism. Like, what are we talking about? Like, the mid 19th century, every land, like every place that was partitioned was all by Britain in the mid 20th century, like Ireland, Cyprus, India, Palestine, like Britain. I mean, if you took a test and it was A, B, C, D, it would be Britain for every option. So like, if you like, what do you mean we partner with Britain and now we're trying to colonize another people? Like, impossible,
bro. They gotta know what they own.
Gotta know, right? So, like I said, they were a minority within Christian Europe and were just top hated, basically. So they went into Palestine, a state surrounded by like 23 other Middle Eastern countries. And they're just basically like, oh, well, we're just going to keep on drawing up these bad deals. And we figure we'll get more of the land, right? Because, it was like a desert, basically, which isn't true, by the way.
Yeah, we're there.
And they were building on that stuff. I mean, and we're like, hey, like we'll take the more desolate area or whatever. You get this part, and why did I just lose my thought? Yeah, you get this part of it, and then yeah, sorry. So that just was never gonna work, and like Palestinians were vehemently against this because, you know, again, this is where they were born and raised. This is their history is all here, and they're, you know, this is where their livelihood was made. So, there definitely were some Zionists that wanted to live in peace.
Yeah.
There were just various groups like the Brit Shalom, and others that hoped that some means could be found to live in peace with the Palestinians. Jabotinsky also has a book about that. They would live in a minority within a Jewish state, but they should be given protections. No way to do that without expelling a part of the Arab majority, because that's the only way to go from being a Jewish minority globally to a Jewish majority
in the area.
In an area that's 96% Palestinians.
It's the only way.
Arabs, right? So, so that's in fact what various Zionist militia groups did. Up until May 1948, until the British withdrew, which they started to do. So there's no denying that there's just like a bloody history. And again, it's like Israel keeps getting framed as like this underdog or whatever, because I mean, Israel was able to defeat, was it like 6 Middle Eastern armies that all combined to help Palestine?
Yeah.
And they all got crushed, like absolutely just devastated. So this whole idea that they're just like some underdog and all of this is like,
the whole time
I feel like is a fallacy.
By Britain, by
then the United Nations, then
yeah, like mind you, they homies is the big bros. Like Israel might have started like a very small state within inside of Palestine. Yeah, but their backings were always these big dogs, like
them, like for real, like themothy,
themothy, if you will.
Like be for real. So Israel has exerted control over historical Palestine, not just in terms of issuing policy to confiscate lands and properties, but also in limiting human development, including Palestinian cultural life. So Haifa, which is a city in Palestine, was very important for culture, economic, and political changes in Palestine until the Nakba, which we discussed on the last episode, when those something of 750,000 to 900,000 Palestinians were basically expelled from the land. And in Haifa in particular, originally in that town, there was 120,000 people that lived in that city before 1948. And then it went down 98% of the Arab Palestinian community to only 3,900 of them in that city, which is now, as we know, as Tel Aviv now today. So, I mean, that just goes to show you that this is wrong. You know, this is like, it's been wrong. It's always been wrong. And, you know, when you get other nations to draw up partitions, they're probably not going to draw the map right, especially when, hey, like if I'm going to draw a map for Josh and he's against somebody else,
and we on the same page,
like, man, Josh about to get the continent of Africa within New Jersey. Like, this shit don't even make sense.
That's all Jersey. All that. Everything the light touches, that's Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, on me, yo. It's Simba, remember. You know what I mean? Straight up. So this is, you know, this is what it is, man. And we even saw in like 1946, right? An Egyptian engineer, Ali Massoud, probably butchered that, and city planner Osman Rostam wrote in their intro that the city of Haifa is considered the Arab capital and national capital of Palestine. Although Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine state and includes its political center, Haifa's pure Arab identity makes it, from this perspective, the real capital of Palestine. During the Nakba, the Israeli state expelled the Palestinians of Haifa and inherited their city. Ever since all the Palestinian properties have been controlled by the Israeli state and the Tel Aviv, Haifa municipality to serve tens of thousands of Jewish immigrants from Bulgaria, Romania, and other origins. So that's just basically like what that nexus point was for all the immigrants to come into, like basically the Jews that were fleeing en masse post World War II.
Okay.
And I always found this like particularly interesting that, you know, prior to World War II, you know, it's not like, you know, Jewish people didn't know what was probably about to happen. Like, they just had nowhere to go. Like, nobody was trying to let them come in. Like, the United States were not we're not welcoming any Jewish people into the States. Same thing. Britain was doing their best to exclude them.
Signed a literal
Christian
act.
Europe. Yeah. Like, the shit's terrible, man. And it's just like, okay, but then now you're gonna help them to because this falls more in my interest now. Like, great. So yeah, we could use a nice eye in the sky over in the Middle East to try to like control have more control over there.
Political influence in there, like
right. So it's crazy, man. And the more I dig, the more I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just like every time I think I know something about this conflict, it's like, damn, do I really? And I'm still working my way through the 100 Years War in Palestine.
Of course, different books, different, you know what I'm saying? From different angles. So it's you know, both sides, truth is in the middle. Yep,
exactly. So I'm like probably like 2 hours into that book now at this point. I'm a very slow reader. Do not recommend that. Please don't be like me. Be better than me.
Don't be
this
like
shit
me,
sucks.
What, being a slow reader? Or?
Yeah, being a slow reader, dude. Yeah.
Nah.
I love history. So, like, going down these rabbit holes don't suck, but it's just like, it makes me annoyed to hear certain, like, layman conversations about topics like this now because it's just like, people just live to oversimplify everything.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm sure there's more Israeli perspectives that I don't know about, but like even if I do know about it, I feel like you know, I'm rocking with who I got pinned on my shirt right now. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'm rocking with Mark because Mark's rocking with us.
Exactly.
We are African Americans, and Mark. I'm rocking with Mark because Mark's rocking with us. But nah, real talk. So it's like. Definitely gets frustrating because, like, I hate when people oversimplify shit.
For sure. And I definitely feel like that's something that doesn't get talked about enough, you know what I'm saying? Because people always talk about, you know, like the woke friend, you know what I'm saying? Or like the friend that's always like, oh, well, actually, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, I try my best not to be that friend, but sometimes it's just like, guys, we're missing so many points here that led us to this point. And, like, it matters, like, why we have these conversations and how they're had.
Yeah.
You know, and if you know better, you might do better. You know? So it's like.
And it's like somebody got to play that role, right?
Somebody
like,
got to.
People might start to see you as like some kind of like Poindexter. Call back to Let It Shine, you feel me? People might like, you know, go to see you that way. Like, oh, you're so sardonic or whatever the case may be. But like.
If a nigga's telling you you're so sardonic. No. Now you got
to double down.
No, I say, he clearly knows the truth and is choosing to be ignorant. If that brother uses that word, if you use that word, you are more than politically inept.
Hey,
okay?
bro, you'd be surprised at how much people will use generalizations and just like fluffy words.
Yeah.
And just be having empty dialogue. Like, it's so annoying, sure. Bro.
Yeah.
And then have the most like elementary take of all time. Like, I get clowned at the job now
because that's my thing. I'll be like, they'll be having this like harebrained conversation for 30 minutes until I can't take it anymore, and then I just have to jump in.
Bro, that'd be the worst, bro. When you just trying to like, all right, whatever. Like, I only got the energy to be Mr. Political Man right now. Y'all got it, whatever.
Exactly.
And then they be going on for like an hour, bro.
Yep.
For like an hour straight. It's just bad talking point, bad talking about, bad talking point. Like after one after another. It's the worst.
And like one of my boys, like, it's like he be on the right side of the conversation, but it's just like he just doesn't articulate it in a way like where one, it makes sense totally, and two, it would even make sense to them. So it's like if I hear him like getting jumped in a conversation,
oh yeah,
I'm like,
I gotta say something.
after so many strikes, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Then I have to walk in and then get on my soapbox for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, you guys know this is an oversimplification. So now my boss is every time he's like, oh, let me guess, it's an oversimplification. Or he'll just like say it like laughingly. He'll just come out of nowhere and just say it. Like I'll be talking to somebody about like a job we got to do. Like, oh, it's an oversimplification, man. You guys know you're oversimplifying this, right? I'll be taking out the trash and be like, you know you're oversimplifying this, right? Like now he just rags on me with that
right
shit.
at you.
And I'm like, you know what? I deserve that, but I'm not gonna stop.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I stand 10 toes every time. I'm like, well, you guys know you do that, right?
Every time.
And he just be quiet, but I'm like, man, whatever. But yeah, man. So just like I said, man, try to be as informed as possible on all this stuff as much as you can, because it really is important, and it's gonna take some time and energy to like actually put towards it. And I understand like some of this stuff is just like it's mad information to try to decipher through, but I feel like, you know, we have that luxury, you know what I mean? And it's like we should be able to acknowledge this genocide and be able to hold our elected body accountable, and also to be wary of the consequences that we're facing within the United States as far as like legislation or the attack on freedom of assembly. It's just like massive centralized violence against Palestinians has just been too common for way too long out there.
Okay.
And I've heard like all kind of things like, do the Palestinians reject peace? And like to a certain extent, yes, just because it's like they want to be able to have like autonomy and like have their own identity within their country just as much as Jewish people want that same sovereignty as well.
For sure, because you reject the peace because of what comes with peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If me and you was beefing, and the peace just comes with me ultimately taking a huge L, I might not want peace at this moment because I
do not want peace. I want problems.
Only problems.
Always. Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like exactly what you said, right? Where it's just like we're not gonna act like Arab Muslims aren't second-class citizens within that structure. Like there isn't certain checkpoints for Arabs in that, or there isn't certain nearly draconian Jim Crow-esque kind of laws in place.
For sure.
Those are all realities over there. So it's just like the mental gymnastics that people do to navigate these topics is just kind of ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. And I feel like I've armed the people with as much as I possibly can, really, with stuff on these topics, you and me. And it's just like I hope that this can like spark you guys to get interested more and do more research into these topics. It's Palestinians have continued to resist over time, whether that be boycott or like hunger strikes or arming themselves, right? They're going to keep fighting back. They're very resilient people. And they've been able to rebuild some of their history as well to make sure that they get the younger generations like to acknowledge more of their legacy and like more of what they've been through and more of their cultural identity, because when people come in to like settle onto your land, they don't care about your history. They're trying to basically erase that kind of stuff anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, be cognizant of these narratives that get put out. Decipher the information as much as you can. Definitely not telling you to go be anti-Semitic. Please don't.
Definitely not telling you that.
You can navigate through these conversations without.
It's my personal partner.
You can. That's crazy.
Comedy style.
Comedy style. You can navigate through these conversations with grace. You can navigate through these conversations with just like knowing who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean,
that's half the battle right there.
I'm just saying, like, if you're talking to somebody who's a flat earther, like, their chances are, like, they're a flat earther and Kanye did nothing wrong ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sandy Hook never happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if you know you're talking to somebody who has those kind of like stances on a lot of shit, it's like chances are they're gonna feel a certain way about this, and it's probably not gonna be on the right side of history.
Yeah.
And also wanted to encourage, you know, all the protesters out there too, that are
tall.
Protesting the right way, standing up for what they believe in, and you know, really doing the best they can. Keeping in mind massacres like the Kent State massacre, when was it the Idaho National Guard killed like 8 students, or was it 4 students? I don't know. One student is too many dead by the National Guard anyway, but it's just stuff like that where it's just like
that Chipotle
during, like come on
during the week, killing niggas on the weekend.
No, like, real rap, bro. It's just crazy. So it's like, you know, keep in mind the Vietnam War too, and just like how those protests were reacted to. And I guarantee you it's the same people that were like talking disparagingly about Black Lives Matter protests in the wake of George Floyd, or people that assembled after Trayvon Martin was killed, in the same light that they do about this. So please arm yourself with information, and help yourself navigate through these conversations and dialogues. And, you know, I've seen people get the stance of like just being weary of talking about it just because of the controversy.
For sure.
Oh, I don't want to get canceled. Shit, even in this podcast, we kind of were like dancing around it for a little bit until we like felt like we were good, like to like have the discussion, because it was, we don't want to give out information. We don't want to sound ignorant. I mean, misinformation, excuse me. We don't want to sound ignorant. And we want to arm ourselves with as much knowledge as we can to have like a more nuanced conversation about this stuff. And we're going to continue to do so, and we challenge y'all to do the same. And I'm going to continue to put out resources and information as I can. And post this pod, we're going to be moving on more to like our like more lighthearted stuff, or just like more stuff that we typically navigate through in conversation. I also wanted to say that this airman that I've been posting on Instagram, Senior Airman Roger Forston, the officer that killed him was fired. Okay. So, I mean, that's, you know, certainly not enough.
Sure,
that's not justice, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. So
definitely a step in the right direction. Shout out and rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Senior Airman Roger Forston, man, because he was a special ops airman, black airman, Tuskegee gang, you know what I mean? And he didn't deserve to lose his life like that. So he was robbed of his life. He never committed any crimes, and it's really a shame. If you saw the footage, it's heartbreaking. I pray that his family gets peace and they get justice that they deserve. And I'm very thankful for all the airmen and veterans and just people in general that have been rallying to support this and acknowledge this. He had a very amazing funeral. I know that's like kind of like an oxymoron, but it was like a beautiful, beautiful ceremony.
Yeah.
And I do love to see, you know, airmen from different backgrounds all united bringing acknowledgement to this, precious Black life that we all lost. So, so yeah, man. Take care of y'all chickens, man. Take care of y'all mental health, man. We got much more coming for the pod, man. We looking forward to calling y'all and getting y'all opinions on the show, man. And before we close out, I just want to say, like, Josh, you got anything you want to get off your chest, bro?
First off, this June, what Ray J say?
And I just want to say that
it's playing now. You see, he ain't trying. Frank is a foe. I'm an ally. Frank is a foe. What Ray J say?
And I just want to say that it's Gay Pride Month. Shout out to all my gay
shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all. Happy Pride and shout out Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Happy Pride.
Oh my God.
The love. Nah. You
Ladies, go through your man's group chat, man.
Go through your man's group chat. That's crazy.
They're doing Pride Month, man. Go ahead.
Ladies, stay out of your man's group chat. Let
them be gay in peace.
Let that man talk to his friends how he wants to. Lord knows you be driving him up a wall. Let that man have some fun in a non-judgmental place, please. I'm gonna play Frank Sleeper first. We got looks like Daylight Savings by Mavi.
Sure.
Maybe. you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just listened to it and I was like, yeah, this is fire. And
nah, for sure. It'd be like that.
Sunbathing in the field, lungs making room for kills. Unbreakable still, but it feel different. Long day ahead of biz, Paul Heyman with a chick. Caucasian make my presence a meal ticket. I be hanging on the edge, I be banking on my bed. Sleeping Tito on the press, it be still centered. I been feeling like a giver, still won't tell her that I miss her. So I need the little kids with the squid with it. We be hanging in the dark, we surprise them with the prowess. If it ain't to give a spark, we be still hitting. From the language in my scars, waste away when I'm at our school. Breaking river apart, the whole little village. I can't pace it with this art. Scrape the project off the bottom, made a painting in my heart with a little filter. I keep cadence with my heart, still alive, defying logic. Cost a payment up to God with a little interest. With a little interest in the field. But it feel different, keep it real. My nigga, show me your real intentions, keep it sealed. We still need a little rinsing in the field. But it feel different in the field. But it feel different, keep it real. My nigga, show me your real intentions, keep it sealed. We still need a little rinsing in the field.
Fabulous to see you all here. Had such a crowd.
That was
Mavi.
Daylight Savings by Mavi. Yeah.
The album, song cover is really tough, by the way, too. It's like a painting with dreads.
It's super tough. I would just went to this pretty
I want locks too, by the way, just so y'all know. Podcast.
Why?
I'm a Rastafarian now.
Bro, what?
I'm not a project baby anymore.
I'm a Rastafarian.
I'm a Rastafarian.
I don't know. I could play some Eam, but I'm gonna play something off this new project. Do What You Say What You Mean. Just dropped yesterday. Shout out to God. Shout out Uno. Shout out Dane. I guess I'll
Industry,
play,
nigga.
bro, crazy. I don't know what Frankie's talking about. I'll play FOF.
I feel like you got a badge to get into like Universal or something. Like,
bro.
Let me see your wallet.
Bro, industry is crazy. I'm gonna play FOF.
I know I seen you with Rory and Maul. You mean?
Bro, you ain't seen me.
I seen you next to Big's brother, bro.
Bro.
I got pictures, bro.
You mugged the shit out of me, bro. I don't know why Biggs was so upset with me. I don't know what I did.
Yo, daily.
Some industry
I ain't
shit.
claim to be a saint. I'm just trying to stack all my frankness in the bank. I'll be up before you blink. Count them on, they shooting blanks. Retaining all my semen, use that energy to fight off any demon. Trying to knock me off my place, give them the shakes. Turn to Chris Paul. Wash my hands with niggas, all them daps. I done rinsed off. Crazy perspective, knowing that your dog is a bitch dog. All that hand-to-hand shit is done, my fists in the clinch form. You might get a pound. The energy switch up when I get around. Want some Tupac acting shit. Alright, settle down. For the hoes, you be fooling. Look, a nice nice little clown. You should change your name to Jester, nigga, just a suggestion. Weird niggas get money, then they start getting faker. Real niggas get some money, that just mean we getting paper. No diverting from my plan, my time is only what I make it. Co-creator with a few of your favorite. The only thing I always do is keep my heart on my sleeve and let anybody that's close know how I feel before I leave. I request you do what you say, and you say what you mean. Your reputation ain't looking good on these here streets. Friend or foe, who you with? Who you with? Friend or foe, who you with? Who you with? Friend or foe, these niggas take out. These niggas take out. Friend or foe, these niggas take out. Nigga, who you with?
Niggas wanna be my enemy. I never let you niggas put no end to me. You know the family like the Genovese. And I ain't beefing about no bitches, got 10 of these. And they all ride it like 10 speed, bitch please. Ain't no love here, I fuck her, make a bitch leave. Lot of drugs here, niggas with a stick sheesh. You fuck around, dad tell you when to switch cheese. You better see if you can run that shit like Chris Breeze. You know I'm gonna nigga running for the big leagues. My son ain't got no time where he say he couldn't get these. Hit a lick, flip these, a nigga move it quickly. Can't be no
Hype shit. Shout out the Woo, man.
Shout out the Woo, man.
Shout out the Woo. Shout out Wes. Shout out Flip. Shout out WAP. All them. I was with them yesterday at the listening party to this joint.
See?
Yo, cut it. Yeah.
He going to listening parties. I ain't never been to a listening party, bro.
Everybody was invited, gang. Everybody was invited.
Not me.
Bro, it was man, peace, love, and positivity. Shout out to y'all for tapping in.
For sure, man. And also, I wanted to say, too, shout out to our California listeners, yo. We done got like
shout out Cali. 12
downloads recently from Cali.
Like
so
they're not like us. They're not like us.
You know what I mean? We got the West Coast bopping going on. We sea walking out here. See for California, you know what I mean? Gotta be clear on that. I don't want no smoke.
See for
I'm not a project baby anymore.
I'm a suburban dude.
Yo, so shout out to Cali, shout out to Poland too. We got a Poland view for some reason.
From Poland.
But yeah, love y'all, man. We got merch coming soon. We got headphones coming soon, so y'all could call in, get something off your chest, or just rap with the Special Cloth Talk brothers for a minute. You mean? So,
you mean?
You mean? We love y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.